Hello, welcome back to the channel. I pray that you all are doing well. How are y'all? It's so beautiful here. It's a beautiful day. I think it's gonna get up to 85 today, so it's already warm outside. When I took my morning walk, it was already hot. But today I thought we would go over some news. I looked back to see when was the last time we sat down and discussed news and it was about 4 months ago. So we have not chimed in on the news in quite some time, and there's just been a lot of topics that I want to go over. So if you would give me a little bit of your time today, and I would like for us to just discuss some things that are going on right now. And I have some topics that I want to go over. Now, I have not researched any of these, so I wanted to do it in real time. So I'm going to list the topic, and then I'm going to Google to see what is current, because I did have some articles, but that was like a few days ago, and so now I'm pretty sure a lot of these things. This dress is giving me a weird shadow. I don't know. But so I wanted to go today and just see, what is going on, okay? So get you something to drink. Let me grab a sip of, I got me some coffee, y'all. It's vanilla cream brulee coffee. It's so good. Okay. So the first topic I want to talk about and let us research is, let's see what is going on currently in Israel. I think that's a great place to start. And also, if you're new to this channel, on this channel, we do a lot of home making. We believe in looking to the ways of our home. And one of the things that the Lord has allowed me to focus on is in the area of emergency preparedness, because I feel, as ladies that are keepers of our home, emergency preparedness is also right in the area, because we are the ones that look to the ways of our home, okay? So sometimes with emergency preparedness, I feel like you definitely need to be in tune with what is going on in the world, as well as biblical events that are taking place, which, worldly events too, things that'll be happening in the world. So today, I want to start with, let's see what's going on in Israel, okay? So Israel today. Israel, let's look it up, and I'm just going to be on my phone. Israel news today. Let's see if we can find. So it says they're live right now. It says that earthquake as Israeli bombs shake Gaza, and it says, here we go. U.S. defends Israel at ICJ. So this is live right now. It says earthquake as Israeli bombs shake Gaza, U.S. defends Israel. So currently right now, it's alive. See that? So earthquake is going on right now. And then it goes on to talk about the residents. Israeli forces deploy at entrance of Beta town and clashes. Let's see what else is going on. So right now, earthquake. What else? 3 hours ago, Israel carries out a warning strike in Syria in defense of, here we go, right here. This was 3 hours ago. So much is going on. Oh my goodness. There's just a lot going on. War day 571 in Israel. Israel at war, day 571. and 70 what is happening in Gaza, at the West Bank, and in Yemen. So it is a lot currently going on. And with the news that goes on in Israel, there is the Jerusalem Post that has all of the updates and all of the news going on in Israel. And we know that Israel is major in end times prophecy. So just keeping an eye and seeing what's going on in Israel, Jerusalem, is very important. So the next topic is, yesterday, I believe, was President Trump's 100th day in office. And let's see what is said about that. Some of the things. I don't really see much of anything, but I would like to, it says, Too Fast or Excellent. Americans grade first 100 days of President Trump's second term. I don't get into politics like that, but it's just one of the top news was speaking on his 100-day mark. And just how a lot of people feel like there has been such major changes, some drastic changes, and some people feel like all of these changes is what we need to move forward. Some people feel like all of these changes is sending us backwards, that these changes are sending us into a recession, an economic crash, who knows? But that is another thing that is currently going on, that we need to just keep our eyes and ears open for things that are going on in the political aspect as well, because that does shape the United States if you're in the United States. So that's another thing. Now, the next topic on my list is the conclave that is currently taking place. That one, right? This one, I must say, this one, I've really been following this one. And why I've really been following the conclave is because it's the religious sector of the world, okay? And so we know that, gleaming from that there's definitely going to be a lot of biblical prophecy in the religious sector, okay? So we also need to be aware of, because of the area being the religious sector, that from the religious section of this whole world, you got your political, you got your economic, and you have your religious. So with the religious sector, we have to definitely keep an eye on that, because with the religious aspect of it is where false prophets and the Antichrist will arrive, okay? So when it comes to this area, I really like to kind of zoom in on this area and really pay attention in this area, because that area, I feel like, it's definitely going to usher in other aspects of the world, okay? So let's see what's going on with the conclave right now, with the cardinals, with the passing of the Pope. So I want to see what is going on currently. Right now, because I haven't looked in a few days. So it said this was 5 hours ago. Conclave update: who remains in Pope election? And some of these words, I'm not even gonna try to. This is from Newsweek, so let's see. Okay, it looks like one of them, it says, cited a desire to serve the good of the church. I don't know, did someone drop out of the run? The Italian cardinal was once considered a leading figure in the Vatican operations and a close advisor to Francis. His downfall began in 2020 when Francis forced him to resign as head of the Congregation for the Causes of Saints and stripped him of cardinal privileges following allegations of financial misconduct. I can't say his name, but it's Becciu. And this one right here, he was convicted in 2023 of charges of embezzlement and sentenced to 5.5 years in prison. So I don't know. Let me see if I can find something else. That was something I did not. Then it's Petro. I don't want to say their names, but I feel like just looking at the candidates that are up for the cardinals that are up for the position of the Pope is very important. I don't know if I should go into this topic right now. Maybe I will have to do another video discussing the cardinals and the Pope. Yeah, there's a lot of research on here. I'm just by me looking at this, I think I'm gonna dive a little bit more into that. But just looking at the conclave and the cardinals right now, I think is of a very importance, because I was doing a little research on it, and I did watch a movie. So if you want more understanding of the conclave and the Catholic Church, and just, there's a movie, it's not a true story, but those of you that are new to this channel, I just love to watch movies and love to get things from these movies, and it just gets my brain turning. Okay, this movie was very, very good, and it's called Conclave, and it just goes through the process of electing a pope. Okay, and I'm not gonna give any spoiler alerts, but I think you should watch that, because at the end is a major twist. A major twist. So now, after watching that movie, I am like chimed in on this. Okay, so I'm really like trying to follow each cardinal and just see their background, because at the end of the movie, it was a twist. So it just left the very end left me with my mouth open. So look up that movie and just kind of pay attention to what's going on. Now, the next topic is the World Economic Forum, y'all. We done, it was about 7 months back when we discussed the World Economic Forum, I want to say, where we did like a really in-depth, just look into some of the topics and things that that they do. But I wanted to see kind of what's going on. If you have not seen, there's a new head of the World Economic Forum, and let me just, there's a new leader, and his name is Peter. So it looks like we have a new leader of the World Economic Forum named Peter. And then also going back to the conclave, Saint Malachi listen, this is just research that I have done, and you can look this up for yourself. He also predicted that the last pope would be the name of Peter the Roman. And he said that this pope would see us through the tribulation, and that this pope would be the last pope. So deal with that information as you will. So that mean we would have a Peter if this go, I don't know. However this goes, if we do get someone as a pope with the name Peter. That's interesting, because also the new chairman of the World Economic Forum, because you know he's a Klaus replacement, so Schwab replacement. His name is Peter as well. I don't know where that just came from, but I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of new leadership that's going on in the major areas. I feel like there's a lot of shifts that are taking place, a lot of major changes that are happening at once. And we need to pay attention to that, because, you know, we got our new president earlier in the year. Now there's a new economic forum leader, and then also there will be a new individual coming in as the pope. So that's major changes that are currently taking place. And I think we need to really pray and ask God for revelation and guidance and be in tune with the Holy Spirit, because there's a lot of things that's happening in the physical realm. Hear me out if you don't hear nothing else in this video. Because there's so much happening in the physical realm, just know that there's a lot happening in the spiritual realm, okay? Keep that in mind, okay? So let me look up Peter. I don't know, y'all. I'm gonna show you, because this is, y'all remember, this was the old one, okay? This is the new one, the new leader, okay? Let me find the picture that, let's see. Give me just a second, y'all, because I want to get this picture that's, I'm going to show you the new. And this, here's the new leader. Okay, that is the new World Economic Forum leader. And he was I want to say that he was the founder or the CEO of Nestle. Yes, he's Nestle's CEO founder, the CEO of Nestle. And with Nestle, you got to keep in mind that I think they're the major water distributor. So that's another area that's going to have a lot of our water supply. Just think about how much we need water and things that could take place with our water supply. But yeah, that is a new World Economic Forum leader. Okay. So we need to pay attention to the water. Then the next topic is, I haven't really looked into, is the BRICS. Let's see it says growing BRICS group shows internal rifts as ministers fall short. So it looks like it has really grown. Let's see who all. Wow, it's like, let's see. Let's see. I want to make sure. Leaders of 23 nations officially expressed desire to join BRICS. So there's leaders of 23 nations right now. And when was this? Let's see when this was posted. I'm not sure. But there's a list. And United States is definitely not on this list. Look at this. Pay attention because we're not included, okay? We're not included with all this. And let's see what, I think I've said it before, but let's see. It's grown. It is growing rapidly. So let's BRICS is a intergovernmental organization of emerging economics that aim to promote peace, security, and economic and geopolitical integration among the members of states. All of these, and then it's the acronym is Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. However, they have new members that have joined. It says Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, and the United Arab Emirates joined, and Indonesia have also joined, followed in January 2025. So that list is growing. It says integration of members of countries and a geopolitical, and then it says that they promote peace and security. And I have discussed with you all many times on the channel, when you hear peace and safety, just know destruction is to follow, okay? And I'll look for that scripture and I'll put it up on the screen. So here's another area that we really need to be paying attention to. They're growing. Of course, United States is not included. They're doing all of this with the United States. You know, you didn't hear me say United States in there anywhere. So the BRICS. Another topic that I wanted to discuss was the Real ID. Let's look into what's going on with the Real ID. Okay, here's one. I already have a Real ID but have second thoughts. Can I go back? Oh, wow. So let's see exactly what is the Real ID. Will Americans need a Real ID to travel in 2025? It says as of May 7th, 2025, U.S. travelers will need to present a Real ID, compliance license ID, or another acceptable form of identification to board commercial flights. Okay, let's see what the Real ID is. So you're hearing that they're saying by May 7th, 2025. And so let's see if I click on this travel. Real ID required for U.S. travelers beginning May 7th, 2025. Let me just show y'all. So that's a major change right there. But it seems like people are already regretting getting the ID. So let's see. What is it? What all does it entail? Okay. It looks like you're going to have it to travel. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security will begin enforcing the Real ID on May the 7th, 2025. As that date, you can no longer use a regular driver's license to board a domestic flight. Wow. Travelers will also be able to use passports, passport cards, or certain other federal documents as an alternative to the Real ID. Okay. Let's see, but it's still not really. Let's see. Let's just see what it looks like. Do any of you have the Real ID? So the Real ID, it sets minimum security standards for state-issued driver license ID. It was enacted in response to 9/11 terrorist attacks to increase security and make IDs harder to falsify. The act prohibits federal agencies from accepting non-compliant IDs for certain purposes, including boarding domestic commercial flights, entering federal facilities, and assessing nuclear power plants. So it's for safety, okay? It's for safety when traveling. I don't know what it all entails, but let's see if we can just get a picture of it and see what it looks like. Do any of you have them? Have the IDs? So there's something else. The next I want to talk about is let's see. The tariffs, it says China probably will eat those tariffs. Trump dismisses tariff costs in the ABC interview. This was 16 hours ago. Oh, here's another one. 1 hour ago, Trump blames Biden as economy shrinks and stocks slide. Let's see. Let's see what other news is. What are they saying about? There's a fact sheet right here about the tariffs too. And Lord, it's too much for me to read, so I'm not gonna go into that. But you can Google. This guy right here is saying tariffs will put the U.S. in a recession. When could the larger impact of Trump's tariffs be felt? Let's see. China creates a list of U.S.-made goods exempt from 125% tariffs. And this was just 34 minutes ago. Wow. So look at that right there. There's a list. So there's definitely this trade war going on that is going to really affect the consumers. So, but this was just, it says 34 minutes ago. That's where you can find the list of U.S. made goods. Wow. Okay. The next one is, let me get it for you because I want to show you. I'm trying to find where Walmart CEO empty shelves. Okay, here we go. Empty shelves to hit us in waves amid trade war. What to expect? I know Walmart had Walmart CEO issued a stark warning about empty shelves in 2 weeks because of the tariff. It says Walmart, Target warn of a massive price hike and empty shelves. This is from the U.S. Sun. Walmart CEO issues a stark 2-week warning over prices and empty shelves. And he's saying customers embrace for, hold on, let's see. New fees. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it's because it's talking about, you know, with the tariff. As of now, Trump administration has imposed a 145% tariff on all Chinese goods and is charging nearly every other country 10% on imports. So, y'all, it is a mess out there. So that is that with the tariffs. Let's see, what else we got? This one right here. Is the last topic that I want to discuss. So this is from the, okay, this one right here is from, let's see. It's a topic from, this one right here is from Newsweek, and it's from 5 days ago. And it's saying, Marjorie Taylor Greene hits out a plan to dim the sun. And we know that was, and this was published on April the 25th, 2025. Let's hear what they're saying, because I don't know what this is. Okay, they're not talking. It's more of just where you could just read the... We do know that that's something that Bill Gates has been discussing, is blocking the sun. So I wanted to see where we were with that. And it says, in the United States, for example, NASA warns that warming temperatures could mean the amount of land consumed by wildfires in western states is projected to increase by 2 to 6 times by 2050. Climate change has also proved to be a defensive political issue. Let's see, hold on. I want to see more of... It's just going in talking about, they're basically just going in giving reasons why it would be beneficial to block out the sun. Obviously, we need the sun because God put it there. So, blocking out the sun, it says, blocking out the sun, this is absolute insanity. Bill Gates and climate lunatics should be stopped from doing this. The sun is the earth's source of life. And this was just a few days ago. So, obviously, that is still going on. They're still looking into that. And the final topic, I don't think we discussed the power outage. That was another thing that's going on over in Portugal. And is the power still out? Let's see, power outage in... 6 hours ago. Why did the lights go out in Spain and Portugal? Are the lights still out? What we know about Monday's sweeping power outage in Spain and Portugal. So let's see. Right now they're trying to figure out what caused it. I read several different things, but one of them I didn't quite understand. They were saying some unknown, it could possibly be some unknown atmospheric took place and could have caused the power outage. So let's see, are they still without power? Wasn't it Madrid as well? Okay. Spain will take all necessary measures to prevent another one. A day without power with 12 hours of darkness. And that was a day ago. So I'm trying to see if they're saying power return. Okay, this is from AP News. Power returns to Spain and Portugal. The outage cause remains a mystery. So this was 23 hours ago. So I don't know if they have came to a conclusion, some sort of conclusion that that could have made it go out. I'm not seeing it, but it's saying that like 40 million people lost power. Let's say 49 million. So yeah. I don't know. I was trying to see if every area, the cause of Spain and Portugal's widespread blackout remained a mystery on Tuesday, with some isolated disruptions remaining after the power was largely restored. So, I don't know. It looks like it was restored. So, yeah. That was the last topic that I had for today. I know it was a lot, but these were just some issues that I, crossed my mind, and I just thought I would share them with you all. Interact in the comment section and let me know, if you know of anything else, any other topics that wasn't covered, or what areas are you focusing on? What things are you doing since, they had that power outage? What precautions and what things are you taking place? What things are you doing to prepare your family as to this world just continue to change at such a rapid rate? Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you in the next video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.